Well, hi there and welcome to Bella's Vistas. Some of our photographs here. You can support our channel by ordering one of our prints. There's a link in the description below to a website. Well, I've got quite a little different project for us today. I got this box of slides given to me. Old Benjamin Film Labs in Toronto. Wow, this goes back a long time. Now these slides were most likely photographed with this old Yashica. Now, this client also gave me this camera a while ago, and I'm going to shoot some film with that in the future. But our job for today is to take a look through these slides. Little box of slides here. Now I look in there. First thing I find is a piece of C41 negative film. It's color negative film. It looks to be out of focus, so I'm not too worried about that. But in here, now these slides are very early Anscochrome slides. They're ancient. Seems to be a lot of fading going on with them. But I took a quick look through them. Here's a picture of a totem pole. Now I take a look with my loupe at that totem pole. Seems pretty sharp yet, actually. There's some sharpness and detail there. Might be able to save something from this one. There was one that I was pretty interested in, this Drum Heller, I think. But the one I'm looking for is something of a glaze, and you can see there's practically nothing there. But yeah, it's like a glacier here. And there's lots of artifacts on this film. The emulsion is like bubbled away in places, so we might have quite a job to pull anything out of these. But what we're going to do, we're going to scan these. Over here I've got an Epson scanner, a Epson Perfection V700 Pro. And we're going to scan with that and see what we can pull off of these old chromes. So come on along with us. We'll set them up somehow on the scanner and see what we can come up with. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. Kitty, are you going to help us with this, huh? We won't be making any prints on this printer. We'll use a smaller printer. I think we'll make probably a 5x7 or something from this. Here's some 35mm slides here that I was scanning in the past. We can do those on this scanner as well. So let's see what we come up with. Wow, talk about a CAT scan. We're going to get some help from Miss Kitty here. I'm going to have to make sure and blow any cat hair off the scanner before we get to work. One of our clients found these very unusual transparencies. I guess they're 127 film probably, that's slide mounted, and she wants to know what's on there and if it's worth making anything from. So we're going to try them on our Epson scan. I'm just putting them on the glass here. We'll scan it for scan area without using film holders. A little bit of dust there. We can take that out afterwards. Anyway, now we close the scanner. We're going to preview the screen and see what we've got. Well, there we have our results. We're going to scan these at a fairly high resolution to see how they work out. You've got 6 scans. That's going to take a little while at that resolution, but it should be worthwhile. The bar shows the progress of the scan. It's going to take a few minutes. 4800 DPI is the best results we've gotten with this scanner. Transparency 4 of 6 here. Looks like we've got 9 minutes more remaining. It takes quite a while to scan at this high of a resolution. I hope it's going to be worthwhile. We'll soon know. We got a scan, so now we're going to open that in Photoshop. Open in Photoshop. I love that new bird for the Photoshop flash screen. So pretty. There it is. Now we got some scratches and marks and stuff on there. Gonna have to see what we can do. Probably crop it first, I guess. Yeah, gonna adjust the levels now. See if, oh boy, that's so much better than what we had. Ooh. Oh my. That's beyond hope. Wow, a few adjustments and we've got a pretty good result here. If we get a go-ahead from our client will clean the transparencies within an inch of their life and rescan them. Our original scans were just too dusty to be of any use, so decided to make another one and see how it works out. I'm going to just do the two most interesting transparencies that we had. Well, after a preview scan, we noticed a lot of dust and everything, so I'm going to clean the glass on the scanner here, and the top glass as well. Blow off the glass with my little blower. Now these two transparencies were the most interesting to us, so I'm going to try blowing the dust off them. There you go. Now we'll do another preview on them. Our initial scans were too dusty and dirty, so we cleaned the transparencies. We're going to see if we can get another scan. I'm going to try using digital ice and color restoration and a bunch of things like that and see how that works. Well, these are the two that we want to rescan, so we're going to see how that works. Just put on color restoration and dust removal, and we'll see how that works. Let's scan them like that. It's going to take a while to scan these. Wow, this set of scans really came out better. The dust reduction, cleaning it really helped. Look at there, eh? Auto color helps out a bit even. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. That's good, definitely. Well, there you go. So the dust removal works. Well, cleaning them and cleaning the glass probably helped a lot too. Here's our scan. Before we cleaned the scanner, you can see some marks on there. Now I cleaned it and blew the slide off, and we got a much better scan here. Wow, that's pretty good, really. It's not even a bad picture. Wow. Lots of dust and dirt all around on this glacier shot, but wow. That's amazing from a transparency that was kept in a drawer for the last 40 years or something like that. That's pretty good. Now we're just going to see what we can do with this. I'm going to try making a print of it and see what it looks like. I'm honestly excited to see what this looks like. The fellow that shot this picture flew me on my aerial missions for, I don't know, 30 or 40 years. He was my prime pilot doing aerial photography. Wonderful man, a great friend of mine. I miss him a lot. Now we're going to make a print from this and see how it comes out. Like, we're not using the big Epson printer, we're going to use my small ET7700 printer. Well, this is our ET7700 printer. What I've got here, I've got some ultra premium photo glossy paper, 5x7, that's what we're going to use. So the first thing I have to do is check my paper drawer. Set for 4x6, which is a size that I absolutely hate. It's not right for anything. 5x7 now, okay, good. 5x7, it's got the little gold markings on the back. It's going to say Kodak, but it's Epson. Just slide this in. Okay, we're going to change 5x7, glossy. Okay, now we're ready to print. There's our 5x7 image ready to go. I'm going to do a little final dust correction here, dust removal. I'm really impressed with this picture. Wow, I mean, that's not bad at all. 40-year-old transparency, wow, at least. I'm happy with that, wowee. Once again, I'm really happy with the 5x7 of the glacier. I mean, that's wild. Now there's a 4x6 of the glacier shot. There you can see the difference. 4x6 and a 5x7. Our client likes 4x6s, so that's what she's going to be the most interested in. Now the 120 film doesn't have a frame or anything to hold it in, so I'm going to put it in here and see if I can make this work. Well, now this might work. We might be able to scan it like this, I'm not sure. Now I put a negative in the negative holder. We're going to see how that scans up next. I put the negative in the negative scanner. Now we'll see how that works. Now we can use digital ice, unsharp mask, and color restoration. Scan it for, yeah, the same scanning resolution. See if we get anything here. Unfortunately, this negative isn't very sharp. Well, we got a 5x7 of the glacier now. Here's the print from that negative. That was the 120 negative, but it's very, very soft. Still, it's a nice enough print of a dahlia. Our client's going to really like that one because it was shot by her husband and it's her flower. Wow, Victoria Park, that's a little bit of an abstraction there. We try to make some of our pictures more interesting by using different effects on them. Whitney, wow, look at that, that was beautiful. Joshua Tree Park, wow, look at those Joshua trees in the Joshua Tree Forest, just beautiful. The bristlecone pines, way up, 11,000 feet up in the White Mountains of Northern California, 6,500-year-old trees. Amazing. Wow, Victoria Park in an ice storm, absolutely fantastic. We've got a lot of different photographs. Big Sur, people riding their horses along the beach. Death Valley, the Artist Palette, what a time we had there. Algonquin Park. We have so many photographs. As I said, there's a link in our description that takes you to a channel where you can look at our photographs. You can order pictures right there. Field of Dreams, I call that one. Icebergs, wow. Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like, subscribe, and come on back again real soon. Tobacco country, wow. Tobacco kilns, wow, we beautiful. Another abstraction. Twillingate, Algonquin Park, so many wonderful places. Manitoulin Island. Thanks again. Come on back again real soon.